Good morning. Thank you for joining me for practice this morning. Today's flow or practice is going to start up with a nice warm up, and then we'll work our way into a strong warrior flow. So we'll really be working on the legs and just holding the posture and being really strong, and we'll move through several different warriors, so hence the title, Strong Warrior Flow. But we'll work into it so we can start with a sweet warm up. So come to your mat. Cross-legged seats would be great. If you really want to start on your back, take the time to do that. Child's pose, something like that. Inhale, just take the breath through the nose. Let it lift your chest, maybe it lifts your shoulders, and then exhale, feel everything settle back down towards the ground. Take a couple more of those. So the inhales are really through the nose. Take in as much air as you can, really let it lift your chest, and on an exhale, send it down and out, either out the mouth or out the nose. One more time. And now we'll close the lips and come to a more natural breath. Maybe close your eyes and just notice how the air is moving in through the nose and out through the nose. Still lifting your body subtly on the inhales and still dropping everything to the floor on the exhales. Really notice where the lifting is right now, because we're going to try something different in a little bit. And kind of notice where your energy is this morning. Did you jump out of bed with lots of go get 'em, or is half your body still in bed? Just notice. And then from here, put your hands on if you're not in a seat, come to a seat. And we'll just put our hands gently on our knees. And we're going to start to move. We'll move with the inhales and exhales and start to find some dynamics. So on an inhale, bring your chest forward. And then we'll just start to take it in big circles to the left. Starting to grow the circles. You can even, as we get into round 4 or 5, start to really work the shoulders into these circles. I've been managing some low back pain lately, and these circles, I can feel that in my low hips. Hold on a minute while I yell at my dog. Buddy, stop. Toss at him. Just keep taking a few more. Again, trying to make them as big as you can. And if you get a kink someplace, feel free to stop and kind of work that out. This is where we start to just tap into what's going on inside our own body space. And then we can take the circle in the other direction when you're ready. Nice inhales and exhales, letting that move you, guide you, keep you on a pace that's not too slow or not too fast. And practicing right here where our sits bones are glued to the floor will help us when we start to move up to standing or into some of the other postures, using the breath as a pacing guide. And let's take 3 more in this circle. I want to even us out. Sometimes we cheat the opposite direction than what we started with. I really just feel so good on my low back. Oh, it's hard to get stretched into some of those places that I suspect are really caused by psoas issues. So inhale, sit up tall. Let's take our arms overhead on the inhale. Spread the fingers, reach them wide, and then bring the right hand to the ground, and we'll take a bend over to the right side. And here, once you feel that nice stretch on the side, play around with the neck. Take the gaze to the elbow. Notice. And on an exhale, take a gaze to the fingers on the floor. Just notice how that changes the stretch, and then find a place you're comfortable. 2 breaths here. Ground your sits bones firmly into the mat on the exhales. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Take a moment to inhale, stretch, lift, and exhale, take it to the other side. Play with the gaze. It's a great space to remember that everything is connected. And when I move my neck and feel a little extra pull or a little extra space, I remember that. And your next inhale, come up to a seat, and let's just continue warming up the spine. Bring the left hand to the right knee, right hand behind the hip, and really gentle, as it's our first one this morning, start to lift up out of the sits bones, and on an exhale, take the gaze over the right shoulder. One more breath. Inhale, both hands back to center on the knees. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, left hand comes behind the hips, right hand to the left knee. And start that twist all over again. I was reminded when I was taking a class the other day that these twists help to massage the internal muscles in ways that wouldn't normally happen. So added benefit of the seated twist. Inhale back to center. We'll come to all knees and hands. And let's send the hips back, child's pose. So your choice where your knees are really wide, close together. Mine are about hip width. And we'll just stretch the hands out. Your head can come to the floor if you'd like, or your chin. I'm lifted so that my voice doesn't get lost and you can enjoy your child's pose and just listen. Send the shoulders towards the heels too. Everything towards the back, and your hands are holding firm on the mat. On an inhale, come off the fingertips and walk them over to off the right side of the mat. And then again, send the hips, shoulders, everything towards the back of you. Inhale, walk your hands back to center, and then off to the left. And again, your head can come all the way to the mat. But make it a really, really active stretch. Inhale back to center. And from here, we'll drop onto the forearms and send the feet out. So we're in a forearm plank. Fun. We'll hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, drop the butt, 1, come all the way to the belly, and pull the chest forward for Sphinx pose. Come onto the tops of your feet, and you're really just trying to draw your chest through your biceps. Everything's firmly planted. Inhale, lift the chest a little bit more. This is like a slight back bend. If it's too much, come out of it a little bit. Great. And then we're going to curl the toes under, come back up onto hands and knees, and we're going to make puppy dog. So hips go up, and probably you're going to have to walk your hands out a little bit to bring your chest to the floor. Maybe your chin would be great, but if it's your nose, that's fine. You should feel it stretch across your shoulders. Send the hips to the sky a little bit more. Exhale the chest towards the ground. One more breath. And then we're going to walk ourselves out of this slowly, being kind to your back, and come back onto the forearm plank. Dropping the butt low. This time, drop the left hip to the ground. You'll come onto the knife edges of your feet. Inhale back to center. Exhale, take it to the other side. And just as your hip touches the mat, bring it back to center. Bring the knees to the ground and send the hips back. That was a lot. We're going to do it again. Hopefully I'll remember the same order. All right, so you're in your child's pose, knees wide or close together. Come up onto the fingertips, walk your hands off to the right. Send the hips back, nice stretch. Inhale back to center. Go ahead, take a stretch here. My child's pose is my favorite. We might as well revel in it. Come off the mat to the left. Send the hips back. Feel the stretch on the right side of the body. Wow. If you don't feel it, walk your hands a little bit further to the left. Inhale back to center. We're coming into forearm plank. So walk, crawl, whatever. Drop your butt a little bit more. We're here for 5, 4, Pull the belly button up to the spine. 3, 2, 1. Drop onto the belly and bring the chest through for Sphinx. Nice back bend. Your feet, I don't think you can see my toes, but uncurl your toes, come onto the tops of the feet. Send the elbows to the back of the mat. Fingers are firmly planted, your whole forearm is planted, and then your inhale, lift your chest. One more breath. From here, we're going to use our strength in our forearms and our core to come into puppy posture. So knees come up, hips go up, walk the forearms out, and send the chest to the ground. Chin would be great, looking forward if possible. Send the hips a little higher, so play with the tailbone there to tuck that pelvis out. And try to relax into the shoulders. We're here for a few more breaths just to get the benefits of the shoulder stretch. This can be a really intense posture, so if you need to pop back to child's pose, go ahead and take it. All right, slowly and with love and control, use your core to come up to forearm plank. Curling the toes under, and then we'll dip the hip to the left, touch the mat. Inhale back to center, take it to the right. Inhale back to center, drop the knees, and we'll come into child's pose. No more times, that was 2 times. I think we got our forearm plank in for today. 5 breaths here. Start to feel the breath, or I guess not start to feel the breath, we'll send it. Send the breath right into your belly so that your belly starts to fill up. And then exhale again through the nose. So this is directional breathing, sends the breath really deep into the lungs. So a few more breaths just with directional breathing, feeling your belly fill up against your thighs, hopefully, or something in that direction. And this kind of a quiet posture, being able to pay attention to what happens when you use that directional breathing. And now Buddy will start snoring in the background, helping us keep pace. When you're ready, we'll transition to down dog. Hands come a little bit wider than the shoulders, curl the toes under, send the hips to the sky. And because this is the first time we're here, let's pedal this out. Really push away from the mat and then send the heels to the ground. Maybe you're still pedaling, that's great. Find a little bit of stillness before we walk forward. 3 more breaths here. Send the hips a little higher to the sky. Push away from the mat. Make it a great down dog. I didn't put a lot of down dogs into this practice. On an inhale, look forward, and we'll walk our way to a forward fold. Feet are together, heads reaching towards the ground. If you'd like to wrap your hands around your shins, maybe that will bring your chest closer to your knees. All just directions. Feel free to bend generously. This is early in the morning. We want to wake up kindly. And when you're ready, bend your knees and bring your arms up overhead, straighten the legs. We'll start here in mountain pose. Slide the hands to your heart center. Equal standing posture. So nice tall stance. And we'll start this warrior flow. On an inhale, arms come up overhead. The side bend to the right, bring the right hand behind the hips. And then inhale, lift a little taller out of the left side. 1 more breath here. Inhale, arms come back to center. Exhale, take it to the left side bend. Bring the left arm behind the hips. And really open up the chest area as you bend to the left. 1 more breath. Inhale, arms come back to standing. Slide the hands through heart center, back to equal standing pose. On an inhale, bring the right knee up into the chest. And then with as much control and balance as possible, we're gonna step back to warrior one, starting this warrior flow. We're gonna go through each of these 5 breaths in each posture. So arms come up overhead, and that gives you enough time to set your feet how you want them. So let's run through this from the bottom to the top. Back right foot, you're leaning lots of pressure into the knife edge of that foot. Deep lunge into the left foot. Left knee, I guess. Inhale, reach the hands up, and then work to twist, square your hips towards the front of the mat. On an inhale, bring the hands through heart center, and we're gonna lean forward and take the right elbow to the left knee for this twist. Take it slow. I'm gonna try to open the chest to the right of the room. Gaze goes up. Lunge a little deeper into the left knee. It is balancy here. Send some energy into the right edge of the foot edge of the knife. 2 more breaths. A little bit deeper lunge, drop the hips. Inhale, slowly unwind, come back to warrior one. It's a wobbly. On an inhale, open up to warrior two. Adjust your stance. Nice, firm arms. Try to squeeze all the muscle to the bone on those wings. Spread the fingertips wide, drop a little deeper into the lunge. Nice deep inhales through the nose, exhale out the nose, sink a little deeper. Flip the left palm over, reverse this peaceful warrior. Bringing the right hand down the thigh, gaze and chest lift towards the ceiling, look up at the left thumb. Inhale, let you reach a little deeper, exhale, sink deeper into the lunge. On an inhale, come back up to warrior two, T-arms. Exhale, we'll take it into side angle. Right arm comes overhead. If you want to get fancy here, you could send the left fingertips to the ground, but you don't have to. Try to open the chest to the right side of the mat. I think I have my left and right backwards. Inhale, look down to protect your neck. Bring yourself back up to T-arms. And we're going to step the right foot and the hands together to meet back at the front of the mat. And back into equal standing pose. Stay right here. I'm going to flip sides. On an inhale, arms go up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Bring the right hand behind the back. Reach. Inhale, lift and reach. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, arms back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, lift and reach. Exhale, feel that stretch on the right side of the body. Inhale, reach. Inhale, back to center. Hands slide right through heart center. And we're going to lift the left knee into the chest. Exhale, step this back into warrior one. Take the time to set it up. Arms go overhead. I like to reach the left shoulder forward because it tends to twist my hips just enough to come back into center. Inhale, lift the gaze and the hands. You can even practice bringing the hands overhead here. I don't do that a lot because my shoulders are tight. It brings my shoulders right up to my ears. So if that's your case, keep them further apart. One more, inhale deep. Exhale, sink a little deeper into the lunge. Inhale, we're gonna, inhale, bring the hands down to heart, and we'll take this twist. Left elbow comes on top of right knee. Go ahead, fall down. You got enough breaths here to get back up. Let the inhales twist you a little deeper. Or the exhales, whatever works for you. Bring the gaze to the ground. Inhale, come back up to warrior one. And then open to warrior two. Sink deep. Nice. Maybe you have to widen your stance. Bring the shoulder blades back. Gaze goes over the right middle finger. Set yourself up a little bit taller. Maybe you tip the tailbone under to bring your everything in a line from your pelvis to the top of your head. Drop the shoulders down the back. Flip the right palm. Let's reverse. In that transition, maybe you came out of your lunge, sink a little deeper. Gaze goes up. And then you should feel extra stretch in your right side body. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, comes back to center. Exhale, take it into side angle. Again, play around with bringing the right fingers to the ground if you want to do that. And then open up the chest to the side and then to the ceiling. Sink a little deeper into the lunge. Gaze goes down. Inhale back to T-arms. And then we'll take this really smooth movement. Hands to heart center. Bring the foot to the front of the mat. A little wiggly. All right, we're going to take that one more time. 1 breath, 1 movement, so we don't have to hold it. Let's start at the top of the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale to center, side bend to the left. Inhale to center, bring the hands to your heart. Bring the right knee into the chest, step it back to warrior 1. Exhale, send the hands down to the heart and we'll twist to the left. Inhale, look up. Exhale, sink deep. Inhale, come back to warrior 1. Exhale, open to warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Lift, exhale, sink. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, gaze goes down, come back to warrior 2. Bring the hands, heart, foot together at the top of the mat. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale to center, side bend left. Inhale to center, hands come through the heart. Lift the left knee into the chest. Exhale, step the foot back. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, bring the hands through heart center. We'll twist to the left. Inhale, look up, twist. Exhale, sink in. Inhale, come back to center. Open up to warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sink deeper. Inhale, warrior 2. And then on an exhale, we're going to bring everything back to the front of the mat. Nice job. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Take your time, really reach and stretch. Send the hips to the back, the crown of the head to the front. Exhale, deep forward fold. Take 2 breaths here. Feel it in your belly. Feel your body move as you exhale. Bring the hands to the mat. Step both feet back. Come onto the knees and take child's pose. You've got 5 breaths here. Come back to the breath and decide where you're sending it. Are you sending it to your belly or are you really working that nose to nose? Your choice. Buddy will help you keep pace with his big snores in the background. Nice deep breaths. Focus on the air in the nose and out the nose. Kind of grounding us back to our mat now. And inhale, come back up to knees. Join us when you want. We'll join in a seat. Soles of the feet come together. Let me adjust everything here. Soles of the feet come together and they're close to your body if that will allow. Send the knees out to the side. Go ahead and give yourself a little inner soul massage. Get an inner soul massage. That's our yoga practice. Inhale, sit up tall. Go ahead and cap your toes if you'd like. And we'll start with a straight spine. Send the belly button into the spine, and then as straight as the back as possible, we'll start to hinge forward. Use your elbows on the outside of your legs for a little leverage. And we're sending the crown of the head forward, forward, forward. We'll stay here for a couple breaths. Nice deep inhales and exhales. Reaching, reaching, reaching. And then on an exhale, dip your chin into your chest and take 3 breaths here. Wow, my dog is sawing logs over there. Holy cow. Just focusing on what the breath is doing to move your body. Nice. When you're ready, we're going to walk ourselves back up to a seat. I'm going to send my hips back a little bit. Send the feet out a little bit more so you've got a bigger opening of a triangle here. And we're going to take turtle, which is fun. You take it as far as you can go. This maybe works for some bodies more than others. Mine a little bit. Bring your hands underneath your shins. Turtle hands. And we try to walk the forearms to the ground-ish, right? So you're in this like hump back. Now we'll try to flatten the back out as much as possible. Maybe reach the hands a little bit more forward. And then exhale, curl the chin into the chest. Come into your little turtle shell. You're here for 5 breaths. If you're not here with me, then maybe you're in a seat. Maybe you're in just a forward fold. If this is weird to you, that's okay. Buddy will keep time. And you can stay there, or when you're ready, come out with us. Sit up tall. And let's just take it onto our backs for our little closeout. Bring the knees into the chest. Roll around in your back. Maybe that feels really good. After our child poses, sometimes it's nice to just get on your back and feel what's going on. So a little rock back and forth. You can take it all the way over, rock back to the other way. Good way to work the core. And then I'm going to suggest just feet come to the ground, knees up. Send the feet on the ground, knees up, and then send the knees in towards each other, a structured resting posture. Hands can come on your belly. And I'm just going to suggest we close out with just 10 breaths here. Eyes closed or open. And then you decide where the breath is going. Nose to nose or directional, sending the breath right into the belly so you can feel your hands rise. But let these be really cleansing breaths, really just calming your body. Relax your hips. Relax your forehead. Imagine your face smooth and creaseless, no worries and crunched muscles. Relax down the sides of your neck. Let your shoulders melt into the floor. Let the knees fall together a little bit more closely. And then relax the soles of your feet. You can bring your palms together. Bring the thumbs up to the third eye if that feels right. Send yourself some gratitude for coming to your mat today, for working on you, just for showing up. It's amazing to keep that commitment to yourself. And And with all that gratitude, I send gratitude to you as well. Namaste. Feel free to stay here as long as you'd like. I'm going to go get ready for work. And I hope I see you again here on our next morning yoga, and have a great day off your mat.